What's up? What's up? Hey, y'all. Hey.
We are back.
You said what happened?
I said we are back.
We are back. Listen, we barely made it tonight, but we're here.
Listen, the struggle bus was real today.
We almost did not make it, but we are here. That is how much we love y'all. Seriously, that feels up. That's how much we love y'all. So I was like literally running in from Amaya's practice and was like, oh, I gotta throw my pink on. I gotta, do this. I gotta do that.
Listen, you got better than me. At least your makeup made it on because mine didn't.
Oh, girl, I did this on a Zoom call this afternoon. I was multitasking.
It's cute because mine they gonna get this regular natural face today. Hope y'all like it. That's what y'all getting today.
Look, we ain't even said nothing yet, and I'm already listen. I know I just do H2O. But welcome to another episode of the Hustle and Shine podcast. I am your girl Natima, Sheree, Queen Pen of TGI and the Diamond Writers.
And it's your girl ℊ𝑒, the MV Pen.
And we are excited about tonight's topic. What we're going to discuss is nothing new. I know there are a million podcasts who talk about the same things, but we're just going to add our own flair and the element of healing because y'all know that is our focus. But before we do, we got a couple of announcements. We got a few things to share. And we actually have a new segment that we're going to introduce tonight. So we hope that y'all feeling it. So first off, I want to, tell you all that I posted today about our very first Healing Her Holistic Wellness Summit. Now, this is not going to be like any of the retreats or summits or conferences you've been to. I promise you, we are combining metaphysical, spiritual, energetic, love and relationship. Like it's going to be all of that in one place, all for you. We are here to serve you, our gems. And so make sure that you visit our website, diamondwriters.com/events for some high level information. Of course, as we get closer to the event and actually step into 2024, we will have so much more to share. But we are so excited. We thank our partner, Tanisha Lavon of Evolve University, who will be partnering with us to make sure that this event is a success and that all of your needs are met. So make sure that you visit our website for that. The other thing we have going on, obviously, we have another book coming out. That's what we do over here, okay? We heal through writing. So we are working on our fourth publication for y'all. This is a big deal for us. Our fourth publication called She Is, and it will be released in April of 2024, followed by, obviously, a release event we are calling Diamonds en Blanc. You want to tell them a little bit about that, Mel?
Yes. So Diamonds en Blanc will be our all-white gala happening in the Dirty South down here in Miami, Florida. And it's going to be an amazing event. Not only will we be showcasing the book, we'll be giving out our illustrious She Is Awards to some amazing women. Gents, y'all are not exempt. We definitely want the gents in the building, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna network, we're gonna party, we're gonna socialize, we're gonna celebrate, and most of all, we're gonna shine on our new publication. So keep a lookout for that. Tickets will be going up soon.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
ready. And it's not no white like the Diddy white party. We need y'all to be red carpet white.
Gala
white.
Gala white. Y'all gotta be your gala whites, okay?
Yes.
Now, who is this texting me knowing I'm on the show, asking for the link for the show? Yo, I tell you,
that means whoever that is, tell them that means 1A, you don't follow the Diamond Writers page, fired, and that means 2, you don't follow the Hustle and Shine podcast on YouTube, fired twice. Because if you follow me,
you out there, but you my homie. But come on now, sis, we on this show every week.
Fired twice.
Listen, shame on you.
We got one more thing that that's like right now.
What's that?
So open enrollment has been extended.
Yes.
So if you thought you missed the deadline, psych, you didn't. So definitely go to the website, fill out that application. You have until next week, Sunday, the 22nd. So we loved all the feedback. We loved all the commentary, all the interest. So because we heard you, we extended the deadline. So if you went on the website and the form was down, it's back up. It's back up. So you can go online, fill out the form. If you was on our intro call and you didn't get to do your application, you have time, you have a week. If you missed the entrance call, but you are still interested, you can still go online and fill out your application. And
Exactly.
for the 2024-2025 writing year.
Yes, join us. Listen, we're really excited. We have a really large group joining this year. Did you see those numbers? I was so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
We are so honored and so blessed that so many women want to write and shine with us, who have a story, because we're just here to help you tell it. So that is like super, super exciting for us to see this kind of magnitude and growth and this expansion in our impact. So thank you to all of our gems who have now converted to diamonds. We will shine with you starting in January. And like Mel said, for those of you who are still interested, you do have until Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my diamonds will tell you I'm strict with those deadlines, honey.
Listen, I'm letting y'all know right now, we are automated over here. So at 11:59, the form will disappear.
Snatch.
Automatically. It'll be gone.
It'll be
so
snatched.
You might not want to wait till 11:58 because it might delete one in the middle of the thing. So get you in there, do a little 5 minutes early.
Exactly. Exactly. So as you see, of course, we are shining in pink once again because in the month of October, we stand with our sisters and our gems in the fight against breast cancer. And so we are in our pink today. Mel has on our pink, the actual signature of the Diamond Writers, and I am wearing the Susan G. Komen pink. But nevertheless, we are here for you, gems, who are struggling, who have overcome, and we are standing with you. So shout out to all of those that pink ribbon power. We are here for it. So we have a new segment, as I mentioned, but before we introduce our new segment, I want to do one of our classic segments. Right quick. That is the Sip and Shine.
Sip and shine.
Let's go ahead and raise those glasses, gems. Get your glasses. We about to do the Sip and Shine. The Sip and Shine is very special to me. As many of you know, I am still very much on my personal healing journey. I have been distracted during the journey. I have been discouraged during the journey. And it's not easy to constantly move forward when you still got a life, right? Because life be life and out here. However, I have found so much inspiration and encouragement more recently from Dr. Anita Phillips. So for those of you who are not familiar, you better get familiar, okay? Because sis is out here giving you your life. However, I ordered her book. I believe it is a New York Times bestseller, The Garden Within. I have also been stalking her on all platforms, okay? Just absorbing as much of her content and her rhetoric and her teaching and her exhortation as I possibly can. And she has literally given me everything that I need in this season to recover from those distractions and those things that have been disruptive to my healing journey. She really has helped me to get centered and grounded and refocused. Like my laser focus is back on. I know the diamonds are feeling it because I'm texting them all day, every day with new visions and new innovations because I've been replenished. So if that's you, Jim, and you really just need somebody who's going to speak life into you, not say things that get you to shout and holler, because sometimes we get caught up in the shout, right? We be so focused on reacting instead of receiving. And so she is literally the type of teacher that's going to make you sit still and go, I need this. And really absorb and ingest what's being said and taught. And so huge sip and shine to you, Dr. Anita Phillips. Please continue to do what God has called you to do. Please continue to teach the masses and inspire and empower with information and data that cannot be argued. Her data cannot be argued. You can't argue with scripture. Okay. And let me tell y'all, it is all there. So thank you again, sip and shine to her. Y'all make sure y'all go get that book, The Garden Within, and make sure you check out some of her recent TED Talks, TEDx, as well as sermons. She has spoken at a number of different churches and has been so impactful and powerful. So again, sip and shine to her. All right, Mel, what is our new segment?
This new segment is called, y'all got to get ready to do what? Sober up.
Sober up.
We just sipped and shine. Now it's time to sober up. So for a good dose of some reality.
Yes, the dose of reality. So now you and I talked earlier this week in our planning, and we're always preparing for our episodes in advance. Well in advance, folks. We do this well in advance. We are prepared because we believe in studying to show ourselves approved. But during our discussion, we decided to implement this new segment. It's not going to be every week, but those weeks where we have like this just this subject matter that's irking our soul, and we gotta speak on it, and we want y'all to sober up and listen and receive it. We gonna have sober up. So, what is our sober up for this week?
None other than Miss Jada. Don't know how to act right. 3 doses of shade and need to get her life together. Pinkett Smith.
I need a woosah for the sister. I really do.
First of all, I'm just like sis.
Or auntie, because she ain't
auntie. Right now, I don't even want to call her auntie. She like the neighbor. She like that neighbor over there. Like, I don't even want to call her auntie right now. Like you just want to put, like, first of all, okay. I can't even get my thoughts together for this lady.
It's like, hey, Miss Parker, like, you really don't want to speak.
It's right. It's like, so I just need her to snap back into reality, not her form of reality, into the actual forms of reality.
Yeah.
And I don't know Will Smith personally. I wish I did. Might have some more coins, but I don't.
Yeah.
However, you chose to marry this man, procreate with this man, have a life with this man. Mm-hmm. At what point are you going to stop embarrassing this man? Yeah. Like, you wrote this tell-all book and told way too much. Like, it should have been called Tell All. You should have been called Tell a Little Bit. Because you told way too much.
Way too much.
Way too much. And, like, I'm at the point right now where I want to be like, I don't know if Tupac in the afterlife and he in Cuba, wherever he at, I just want her to go join him. Because sis has not let that go.
Yeah.
This has not. It's been 30 years. And sis still talking about Tupac, my soulmate. Ma'am.
Yeah. Now, so y'all know I'm all about balance, right? And I do want to share some perspective and some things that came up in my own, I don't even want to call it study because I'm not studying her, but I do believe if you're going to have an opinion on something, you should know both sides, right? Mm-hmm. You should have enough information to make an informed or to create a decision or an opinion of something with the information that you have. So in her defense, one of the things that I've learned recently about grief, because my sister has been gone 8 years and I still hurt as if it happened yesterday. Like, it still stings. And someone told me, I think it was Dr. Anita Phillips that may have said it, or somebody else. I'm talking to dope people all the time. Tiffany Bethea, Tanisha LaVon, Javon Frazier. Shout out to all the wisdom keepers in my life. Right. But one of them told me that grief always matches the level of love you had. Like, your grief is the same magnitude as your love for the person, right? And so I do believe she truly, sincerely loved this man. She knew him before he was who he was, right?
Don't doubt it.
Since high school, and they had that bond and that platonic friendship since then. And then they grew together through entertainment, through their career, through, all these phases of life. And they remained very close until his demise. And so a part of me does give her a look like who got a ruler? Like, a part of me gives her like a little bit of grace and understanding in terms of her attachment to this man. Because it really is attachment. We're going to talk about that a little later. Right. However, her ability to emasculate Will and publicly embarrass him and overshare intimate details of their relationship, it's wow. It's really, really disappointing. Now, for all of those people, because let me take a sip, because but I promised I'm gonna do better. I said I'm gonna do better this season with those women that are just out there defending her to defend her and blaming Black men for getting on her and having an opinion on her and not protecting Black women and all of that stuff. Here's what I have to say about her behavior. Everyone's like, well, Will was sharing things in his book and Will was talking about, their relationship in his book and all of those things. And he did. For those of you who actually read the book versus reading excerpts of the book off of Goodreads or hearing it on a podcast or hearing about the book in people's reviews, those of us who actually sat down with the book and read it or who listened to it on Audible, it was not in the same tone or in the same intentional disrespectful way that she has over and over again. Not only does she discredit the fact that he protected her and risked his and put his own career at risk, but she talks about things as if it has no significance to her. That is not the way that he talks about it in his book. So I want to clarify that. I did watch a part of her interview. She recently was on Jay Shetty's show, and I watched a piece of her interview. And there was something extremely significant. She said, "People." He proposed the question. He posed the question, "Why not divorce?" And she said, "Well, divorce makes her feel like a quitter." Which I can applaud because many of us are quitters who have given up on our marriages. Some of them needed to be quit on, and some of them we were immature, we were selfish, all of those things, right? But she said how Will provides the greatest amount of accountability, that she would not be able to find that in anyone else. And the way he's able to love her in totality, he's able to love her in her wholeness. She's not going to find anybody else like that on the planet. So she's willing to do the work. I have to give her credit for that. So for those of you who do have an opinion on her, she's annoying as hell. Yes, I agree. But actually listen to some of those deeper conversations that she's having, because then is these media outlets are only sharing the snippets of her interview and the parts of her interview that send us in an uproar, that cause outrage. But if you actually go and listen to some of the interviews, she does take accountability that she is saying that in these interviews. She's not saying those words, but she is saying, yeah, I probably could have done this a little bit better. I probably could have been a better wife. Maybe we could have communicated better, but he really is the best man for me. So I give her credit for that. And that's all I want to say. I know that was a lot.
Yeah.
I had to get some context.
Listen, I give her credit for it, but I'm like, it's like, I applaud her acknowledgement and accountability for it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, at what point are you going to start protecting the man that is giving you all of this? Like, it's like, he provides me with this, he does his accountability, he's this safe, and he does all this stuff. So it's like, at what point do you stop dragging him publicly to some extent? And I'm always the one for, if you in a relationship, you married with somebody, in public, don't check me in public.
Yeah.
You check me at home. In public, we a team. It's me and you against the world. When we get home, you could be like, hey, you was out of pocket. Like, let's get that. Don't you never let the outside world see that there's a divide or a space. Y'all are supposed to be a team. Y'all supposed to be this united front. And I'm like, it's contradictory almost and hypocritical for you to be like, he's all of these things, he's this, he's that, he provides this, he provides that. But then you're constantly putting him on display in a negative light.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the compliment after the disrespect.
Right.
So I'm like,
many of us do.
Huh?
Which many of us have a hard time with. You know, it's we assault you and then we bandage your wound. Like, what the hell? You shouldn't have hit me. Don't hit me. Don't punch me. Don't stab me. I get it. But one thing I will tell you again, y'all know I'm gonna always speak from experience. This is experiential, what I'm about to share. But pain makes us selfish. Pain makes us extremely selfish, and all we can see is what's hurting us, what's breaking us, what's broken us, and we don't see what we're doing to other people, because when you're in pain, you don't care about what's going on around you. And so you pose the question, when is she going to finally do? When she begins to heal. Because people like Jada, and there are many other women and men in this world who operate like her, they feel like they are above your reproach. Like, they don't need the same things that we need because they got money and fame and all of that. Like, no, you need to heal too. There are a lot of broken pieces in you. And not only are you cutting your husband and your children, but your fans and opportunities and all of these things. And of course,
other women.
Right. And we live in a world that's going to perpetuate your brokenness, not your wholeness. Right. We see it in all of these love and hip hop shows and all of those things. Y'all know I have a personal dislike. I ain't gonna say a hater because I don't know her, but I got a personal dislike for Mona Scott and her whole organization because I feel like she intentionally casts broken people and then perpetuate their brokenness over and over, season after season, opposed to getting them some real help.
Right.
But that's another episode. However, I feel like when people finally prioritize their healing, they become less selfish and they move into more of a servant and a compassion driven disposition. So that's our sober moment, y'all. We're gonna sober up.
We just gonna hope that Jada sobers up and sobers up her mouth a little bit and
shut it up, sis. The ministry of quiet.
Okay, the ministry of silence.
The season of silence. I hear the Lord say, saying, Jada, shh.
Yes.
That's you. So anyway, that is our sober up moment. Y'all can look forward to more of that in future episodes. When we feel like it is not worthy of a sip and shine, but we still want to touch on it, it's going to be our sober up moment. So moving into our topic tonight, we are talking about relationship insecurity. I know y'all see the play on words. Y'all know how me and Mel do. we always got to bring y'all something unique. We talk about the relationship insecurity. Honey. So Mel, please kick it off. Let's kick it off.
So we're gonna talk. Look, these I don't want to call them toxic, but that have toxic similarities, toxic traits. Okay,
that's fair.
These things that you do in relationships that stem from some emotional, psychological, mental insecurity in yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're living in your relationship insecurity. So this person is providing some sort of, makeup, blush, blemish coverage for what's really going on the inside of you. So now you're bringing this into this situation and responding and reacting to the things in this relationship.
Yeah.
One, for a sense of security.
Yeah.
Out of your insecurity.
Right. I like it. Now, here's what I'm looking to do. Look, this is what I'm trying to do real quick. I'm trying to read the definition of insecurity real quick, because y'all know we word nerds over here, and I like to give some context and some understanding. So hold up. I don't know why my thing is moving so slow. But hold on, y'all. We're going to get this up because I want to read this, because I want y'all to understand there is insecurity within yourself, and then there's insecurity in the relationship, right? And they are not the same thing. And so some people will defend and go, I'm not insecure. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the insecurity or the fruit of insecurity that's in your relationship. So first, let me read. Definition of insecurity based on the Google search that I just did says uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence, or the state of being open to danger or threat, lack of protection. That is the insecurity we're working with tonight. That second definition. We're talking about the state of being open to danger or threat in the relationship and a lack of protection in the relationship. So this is not an episode on your insecurity. We're not talking about you as a woman having body shame or feeling insecure around gorgeous women or feeling insecure around, smart people. We're not talking about your insecurities. We're talking about those that show up in a relationship. And the reason why that's important to define the two, because some of y'all started shutting down when you heard insecurity. You immediately put your wall up. You immediately became defensive. I ain't insecure. So now you're not going to receive anything. So I feel like let us massage that whole part, that hard disposition. Let us massage that for you. We're talking about the insecurity that shows up in relationships. One of my friends, Tiffany Mathias, she's so freaking smart. We were talking about relationship insecurity a couple of months ago, and she said something to me that was so profound yet so simplistic. And I'm like, how come I didn't think about that? But she's smart, so she let me know. Because man is the carrier of the seed, of any seed, the life seed, aka sperm, any seed, he is the giver. He's the carrier. He holds it and then he gives it to us. And so if a man cheats on his woman in their relationship and there's infidelity, and that is what he delivers to her, that's what she's going to reproduce in the relationship. And I'm not talking about in the sense of cheating back, that revenge cheating. We're not talking about that. We're gonna, but we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the fruit of insecurity. Your man has cheated, and now everything he does, you think he's going to do it again. That has produced insecurity.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all following? All right. So now let's give them some ways And some signs and causes of insecurity. One, seeking excessive reassurance.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
talk. Kind of talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah. If every time, if he got to tell you that you look good every 30 seconds, if he got to tell you that he love you 66 times a day, if he got to tell you that he want to be with you 50, and vice versa, because this goes for men and women.
it. Period.
If they have to tell, if and let me preface that, if they have not given you a reason to question it, but you just need to hear them say it over and over and over and over and over again for your own security, that's a problem. Now, if there's reason for you to question it, that's different.
Yeah.
But if if nothing has happened, if Monday was a great day, y'all went to sleep and woke up, and then you asking him on Tuesday the same thing you asked him on Wednesday, I mean on Monday, he already told you. It's like what happened? What happened in your dream that night?
Right.
You forgot what you said the day before. That's what we're talking about. And not to say that people don't need reassurance. There's a healthy level of reassurance.
Right.
We're
Right.
talking about that overly, like you have to have it. Like if they don't say it, you feel like everything is amiss and a crumble. And yeah,
Exactly. No, that's spot on, sis. Like that is spot on. And like you said, that need to be reassured is not the same as your love language being words of affirmation. So let's clarify that. Y'all not have to keep everything balanced because there's always one. Mel,
right.
you know we always got one in our
Always
DMs.
one.
Always one.
But that's my love language. We weren't talking about.
Right. That we not talking about you. If you know words of affirmation is your love language and you have to constantly be reassured through his words, we ain't talking about you, sis. Okay. We're talking about he was looking at women on social media. So now you got to hear from him that he thinks you're beautiful too, because he liked two photos of women he will never meet in his life because you saw it. And so now you're like, that insecurity feeling is triggered. I need
Right.
to hear that I'm special, I'm beautiful, he loves me, I'm the sexiest thing he's ever seen.
Because
So
y'all was watching the movie. Look, because y'all was watching the movie and Nia Long came on and he was like, she pretty. And then you was like, oh, so you like Nia Long? Oh, so you want me to cut my hair short? Like,
come
that.
on, show the examples. Come on, give them the examples.
Like that.
Another sign and cause rather is avoiding to get close to someone and keeping the wall up. Now that's not the same as trust issues. I want to give y'all an example of how that is not the same. Right. So when you avoid getting close to someone and you're in a whole relationship with them, I'm not saying that you're not intimate. Y'all are physically intimate, but you're not intimate on the level like that's more spiritual, mental, and emotional, which we refer to in the Diamond Writers as intimacy. You're not letting the person see who you are on the inside. You still have the representative in the relationship. And that is because of relationship insecurity. Sometimes we'll get with someone who doesn't make us feel comfortable letting our guard down. And I hate to say this, you shouldn't be with the person. I'm just saying, if you cannot be yourself with someone, it's probably not someone you should be with. And it's not always them. Sometimes it's you. You need to do some work on self before you're more comfortable being vulnerable and naked. And when I say naked, again, not physical, but vulnerable and naked in terms of transparency. But go ahead, Mel. What were you getting ready to say?
No, I said it's like similar to like you don't want like you have to walk on eggshells. Like if you feel like you got to walk on eggshells to say something, or you got to second guess things before you like, oh, if I say this, what's going to, or you're like hesitant to be vulnerable. There's a lot of people that be like, I don't want to cry in front of my mate. Why not?
Please.
Cry.
Girl, it's some people out here that won't listen. It's some people out here that won't take a boo-boo in front of their man. Like what? Y'all crazy.
I don't want you in the bathroom with me, but
I
mean, you can be, but I don't want you in the bathroom with me. But I know women that want to be in relationships.
Like I'm not okay.
Listen, it be people, women in whole relationships and be like, they don't poop, they don't fart past gas. They don't. Like, so you just gonna jack up your whole stomach?
Sis, it's some women out here that won't take their wig off in front of their man
or makeup.
What?
Like you gonna go to sleep with a whole beat face. Like you gonna wake up and it's gonna be a whole Picasso on your pillow.
On your pillowcase. Like what we doing?
Yeah.
That's relationship insecurity, okay?
Mhm.
And then there's trust issues. Y'all all know trust issues. We're not gonna spend no time on that. What else did I have? Controlling behavior
Mm.
and manipulation, gaslighting, all of that. Ooh, guilt tripping. That's the one that irks me the most in relationships. Like I can't stand, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on that, but that whole controlling behavior, that is a relationship insecurity, and usually is something that you or them brought into the relationship. That doesn't develop there. It's something that you brought there, or he or she or whoever brought there.
Yeah.
Another one is taking everything personally. You can't even joke with the person.
Everything is a joke. Like everything.
Now, Mel, you know I'm too damn silly to. I got to. We can't joke together. We can't be together.
You know my mouth reckless, so
I'm
I
never serious.
I be like, my bad. I don't take it personal. And again, this is within due reason. Like some women and or men take it too far.
Mm-hmm,
So there's the point of being able to be like, you know, you being overly sensitive, and then there's the point of, okay, that was disrespectful.
right.
Those are two very different things. But
Right.
when you just can't, especially when I always say, if you can have this joke with your girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't have that joke with or with your guy friends, but you can't have that same joke with your partner, there's a problem. There's that overly level of sensitivity, there is an issue. Because if your homegirl said that to you and you wouldn't be offended, why are you offended that your partner said that to you?
Eggs, come on. And we take everything personally, like we be offended over the small. He joking with you, and your whole day is ruined because you took it personally.
Mad you ain't cooked this man no dinner.
Withholding sex, not being
Over a
friendly.
joke.
Left his stuff in the wash instead of putting it in the dryer. Now it's mildew. Like y'all petty. Let's stop, ladies.
Petty.
Let's stop. And
that's another one. We're gonna add petty behavior.
Oh, that petty. I was just about to go there. I was actually just that was number 10. That falls under emotional volatility. That, fellas, this one for y'all. I know y'all gonna appreciate Mel and I addressing this one. You in a good mood, then you not. You was just fine, and then you pissed. You was feeling fine, and then now you are like increasingly angry and frustrated, and then y'all hit them with the, babe, what's wrong?
Nothing. Know it, and then be mad at him because he don't know what's wrong,
and because he can't read your mind.
But he asked you, and you said nothing.
You said nothing, but then
or I don't want to talk about it.
Is that, or I don't want to talk about it, or no, you should know. Should I? Should he? Really?
I'm like, I don't know.
Kind of maybe. Like, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna address all of those things tonight. Those were just some teasers for y'all. We just wanted to give y'all some signs and causes so that you could follow in the conversation. So the first thing we want to talk about, all right, man, I'm gonna let you kick this one off because I don't want nobody mad at me this week. They stay mad at me.
No backsies. This is the revenge cheating, or the I'm gonna do this to you because you did this, so you made me mad, so now I'm gonna make you mad. That's the no backsies. It's like, that's not, two wrongs don't make a right. I understand that four lefts make a U-turn, but that's not the point. Okay. Okay. It's not the point.
It's not the point.
The point is, that's not that creates, and that is a form of an insecurity, because it's like, if your partner cheated on you and you decided to stay in the relationship, because you have a choice.
That part.
You had a choice to leave or to stay. You opted to stay.
Right.
And now you stay, but it's like, I stayed, but I gotta get you back.
Right.
I owe you one. Or you hold it. It's like a thing. It's like you using it as like a get out of jail free card.
Right.
Like, all right, I'm gonna hold this till I need it, and then I can use it. Remember when you back? If you say you moving forward,
move forward.
We're not going backsies. It's not, you did this to me, I did. He did something, or you or she did something, whether it was intentional or not, that hurt your feelings. So now you just waiting for the moment you can hurt their feelings.
Right.
Instead of communicating how you felt, and
Right.
explaining to them what was the issue, your thing is, oh, I'm gonna get even.
Right.
So now we in a tit for tat for 6 years.
Hmm. Hmm. Exactly.
You
And
either leave or move forward.
just like,
No
and
backseat.
the thing that women don't understand, Mel, is cheating on the man that cheated on you does not fix the wound. It doesn't heal the wound. It doesn't make you feel any better. It actually exposes you even more.
Mhm.
Because now you've gone and slept with someone that you don't care about, probably don't know that well, simply out of revenge. There is nothing rewarding in revenge. Nothing.
And let
And
me tell you
y'all
this
take this how you want to take this because I said what I said and I'm saying it with my chest. Stay out of my DMs. That is a city girl thotty mentality. That revenge cheating and cheat back and all that is the dumbest advice to give a woman because cheating already makes you vulnerable. When there's infidelity in your relationship and you've already been hurt by that, really what we're hurt by is not the sex and the act of it, it's the betrayal. It's
Mhm.
the dishonesty. It starts
Mhm.
to make us internalize, was I not good enough? What am I lacking? So if you would deal with those things, you ain't even gonna desire nobody else because you'll be so focused working on those things that you're now questioning. And I'm not saying it's okay for somebody to cheat on you. I've been cheated on a few
Right.
times. It never feels good. But one thing I've never done is compromise who I am as a woman, saying, well, I'm a cheat back. What does that change? Now you look like the hoe. Now you look crazy.
Because
Now
you're
you
supposed to stay.
the type of woman he wants to be with. Because here's the thing: when a man cheats, it's never about you. It's never about you. Even if women say, "Well, maybe she wasn't taking care of home, and maybe you could be the dopest wife. You could be the sexiest freak of the night. You could do all the things he wants romantically, physically, sexually, mentally. And if there is something lacking on the inside of him, he will still go out and try to find it in another woman. It has nothing to do with you. So internalizing his behavior and then cheating back only destroys you. Only you look crazy because now you're giving him a reason to justify his behavior. Because you know what they say? See, that was always in her. I'm glad I ain't take her seriously.
Oh, you was probably doing that all the whole time. And
You
this
was
goes both
always
ways.
your phone. You always had a backup. You always had a side nigga. So don't
And
do
listen,
it.
the
Just
one thing,
don't do it. Go ahead now.
the one thing about a backseat, let me tell you what the problem is. That is, you don't know what's gonna be the consequence behind your backseat. So you gonna feel real salty and real burnt when you feel like you trying to get back and your get back don't get the reaction that you wanted, and then your get back might get you left. I mean, I'm just saying, like it's
Seriously.
like you trying to get back at something, and then what comes from that get back may not be the reaction that you want.
Right.
Because first of all, with two people, everybody's reactions, everybody's levels of tolerance, everybody's levels of acceptance are different.
Right.
So just because you felt like you were okay to forgive and move past doesn't
Right.
mean the other person that action
Mm-hmm.
is forgivable to them.
Right.
That's not, it's not saying it's right or wrong,
Right.
but it's it's different when the action is done intentionally.
Right. Right.
People, whatever it is, cheating, disrespect, whatever happened, if it happened, misjudgment, whatever, I'm not excusing cheating, but whatever the reason was, it happened on either side.
Right.
But now you, as the person, are now making a conscious,
Yep.
willing decision to
Intentional.
intentionally
Yep.
cause harm to this other person
And the relationship.
and the relationship.
Yep.
It's like if you can't let it go, like I said, just leave. If it's something that's worth leaving for, leave.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If it's something that you need to have a conversation about, talk about it. But
Right.
to get back in the tit for tat stuff, you gonna feel real dumb when your tit don't tap the way you wanted it to. Okay,
Let them know, Mel. Let them
I'm just
know.
saying. You'll
Yeah.
be mad now. You don't went out there and did something to get back at the other person, and you thought first. I'm gonna even take it even more simple. It's nothing more irritating and egg on your face to do something to get under somebody's skin, and they are unfazed.
Unbothered.
Unbothered. You done did all this effort because I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna do it. And they like, all right.
Completely unbothered. True story. True story. And here's the thing. Here's the thing now. This is my advice to the ladies who subscribe to that school of thought, who think that that's cute. You rob yourself and your relationship the opportunity for reconciliation and repair. And here's why I say this. Some men are genuinely remorseful. They really did make a mistake. It's not in their nature. One thing I learned having 4 brothers and a dad and a male best friend is that there are men who are cheaters. Like, this is their nature. This is who they are. Mm-hmm. And then there are men who messed up and cheated. Those are not the same. And what makes them different is intention, mindset, and then the decisions they make after the fact. That's what makes them 2 different types of men out here. And so let's stop looking at what we see in social media and what we heard our homegirl went through and then make up in our minds that all men are that way. Because guess what? Not all women are city girls. Not all women are thoughts. Not all women are gold diggers. Not all women are hoes. Some of us are good. Some of us have good intentions, okay? And so you don't want to be thrown into a box or thrown into a category. So don't do it to these men. There are some men who literally cheat. We saw it, Pooch Hall. He was y'all know Durban was immediately sorry for sleeping with Drew. Y'all had to go there because y'all know.
That man was hurt.
Remorseful and try to fix his mistake. So if you really love your dude, don't revenge cheat, because you'll rob yourself of the opportunity to actually work through the infidelity. Not all men who cheat want to stay that way or want to stay in that space. Some of them want to recover. They want to apologize. They want to change their behavior. But if you don't cultivate the space for them to do that, they won't. That's why we got all these fuckboys out here. It ain't because don't nobody wake up saying, I don't want to be loved. Something broke them, whether it was their mamas, their grandmothers, their first girlfriend. There's some broken, like dark-skinned men out here that hate light-skinned women because of how we treated them in elementary school. I'm sorry, y'all. I've always talked about the way. But my point is, there is brokenness in some of these men that started in childhood. And so it shows up in infidelity. It shows up in those insecurities within them, but it doesn't mean that's how they want to be. That's not a choice that they intentionally make. Like, I'm going to wake up and cheat today. Yeah. Now, there are some men who are like that, but there are some men who literally, they just made a mistake. So don't rob yourself of the opportunity to potentially reconcile and work through that. And the other thing, sis, if you are going to take him back after he's cheated, stop throwing it in his face. Don't get mad because he left a sip of orange juice and now you throwing the cheating in the face. I bet you ain't do that to the bitch you cheated on me with. We do that.
So like he be like, she ain't even have orange juice. Like,
we got a toilet paper. You need to go to that house and get the toilet paper. Like, ladies, let's stop. If you're gonna forgive him, work through it separately. Get you a therapist and then get y'all a couple relationship therapist and work through both, because you're hurt, you're damaged, and the relationship is broken. And so you both need to repair, recover, and heal. But do not keep throwing it in his face because you don't think he's embarrassed by that action. You don't think it hurts him that he hurt you, especially if he loves you. Yeah. So every time you throw it in his face, you're opening your own wound and you're opening his wound and you're helping the break in the relationship stay broken. Absolutely. And that's all I'm gonna say, because we got to get to the comments. That's it.
Yes, no, listen. No backsies.
No backsies.
Move forward, or walk away, but no backsies.
Y'all remember what game was that? We used to play that in school. No backsies. What game was that?
Like, I think, was that with the cooties? Like, you'd be like, cooties, no backsies.
Oh, no backsies. Yeah, no backsies. I remember that. Yeah. So look, we got 50 comments over here. Let's see who in these comments. We coming, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being with us tonight. We hope y'all are enjoying this as much as we are. Hey, Bernadette. Good evening. Thank you for joining the show. Welcome, Jim. Hey, Daisha. Oh, yes. Hello, Miss Kiara. Hello, Maverick Mama.
Right.
Y'all are both cute. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Colleen. Glad to see you. Thanks for being all up in the comments. Kiara says, wait, what's in the MV Pen's glass? Asking for a friend. What's in your cup?
It's a secret.
It's probably some concoction she made. She always got some good drink. Always got some good drink.
It's a secret.
See, she ain't gonna tell us. I know it's like some Hennessy mixture over there.
It's not.
Probably.
I don't have Hennessy. I don't have Hennessy at my house right now.
Oh, good. Okay, well, what is that? Wine and apple juice? What is it?
No, it's
She ain't
honey.
gonna tell us, y'all.
It's honey jack and ginger ale.
Oh, well, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay. Daisha says, love her. I assume you were referring to Dr. Anita Phillips because I am completely obsessed with her. Colleen says, freaking Jada. No, seriously. Like, you just want to throw something. You just want to throw your cup. Just, damn it, Jada. Damn it, Jada. Hey, Danielle, our shine specialist. She says she should just stop talking. Jada is looking real crazy in these streets. No, she is. No, no, no. I think I saw somebody chasing her with a white jacket, like earlier today. Like they was like, just put this on. Come in this safe padded room, sis. This is where you need to be for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Hey, Marlene. Thanks for joining the show. So good to see you. Kiara says, I think the reason Jada still carries the torch for Pac is because he was the first man to see her. Ooh, that's good.
Mm,
Bill didn't see her until after they were married, mainly because they got married as a result of a trauma bond. But that's another story for another day. That's good.
that's
That's a
good.
good assessment.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Kiara. Thank you. That's so true. So true. We got a newbie here. Hi, Angela. She says exactly. I agree.
Angie.
Hi. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Marlene says, check me at home. I know that's
No,
right.
that's what I was like. Don't check me in the streets.
I'm at the
Yeah,
house.
check
I'm
me
at
at
the
home.
Exactly. No, I'm here for it. I see y'all tagging your friends and family. Come on, Jims, get in here, get in here. We still got another few
Yes.
minutes left on the show. We got two more topics for you, and then we're gonna drop some gems and get out your way. All right, Mel. Ready for the next one?
We ready.
Ready for the next one? Right. So our next subtopic tonight under the relationship insecurity is give me 6 feet. Just
Six. Sometimes 12.
just give me 6 feet. Sometimes 50.
Right. Sometimes 50 feet. Like,
Not you again. Go that way. No, so that
I don't know you, man.
don't go you, man. We gonna talk about and what does the MV pen and the queen pen mean when they say give me 6 feet? What exactly are we referring to?
We're referring to giving your partner room to breathe, giving them room to be themselves,
Yeah.
explore their own journey, separate from you.
Mhm.
Giving yourself room to explore your own journey
Right,
without your partner.
right, right,
You
right,
know,
right.
experiencing other things in life outside of each other. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, can I go to the bathroom alone? Like, can I just go to the potty by myself?
right.
You don't have to stand at the door and talk to me while I'm in the bathroom.
You don't
Give me
need
a second.
you don't
But
need to
yeah,
do
that's another insecurity, like where everything your partner does, you have to be right here.
right.
And that doesn't mean you're not supposed to care about what's happening in your partner's life, that you don't want to be involved or supportive. We're saying like they can't go anywhere, they can't do anything, they can't partake in anything without you being right there.
Right,
If they're going out with their homeboys, you going. If she going out with her homegirls, you going.
right.
If she going on a girls trip, you in the room next door. Like,
No,
it's like,
seriously.
have some space, have
Yeah.
some own your own, and what that is that is a reflection of not having your own identity.
I was just about to go there. That
If
part.
you don't know yourself, you have, and typically I find that this is something that's a pattern. These are the people that are always in a relationship. They can't be by themselves. They
Right.
don't know who they are. They haven't figured out themselves. They're I call them, they're stuck in the comments of America. Whatever you like, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to, like, they don't have any idea of what makes them happy
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
outside of another person,
Mm-hmm.
what they're supposed to be doing outside of someone else.
Right.
And that can become very annoying to someone. Like I know I'm like I know in a relationship I'm one of them people that's like I want you around, but don't talk to me. Like I want you in my space. Like I have moments. Like I
Like
want you
here,
around.
but
Like just
don't
be
talk to me.
in the house, but
Right,
like just be in the other room.
right, right,
Like
right,
just be here so that if
right,
I want to come in and peek, get like cool. But I don't want you up underneath. Now I have my moments when I do want to be up underneath you and you up underneath me. But then there are moments where it's like I still want you around, but I just don't want you right here.
right, right. Yeah.
And like I know for some people that can be very if I can't breathe, it's like it's suffocating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you know, with anything that needs air to breathe, if you don't allow it room to breathe and to grow, you will suffocate it to death.
To death. Exactly.
Like a plant, you see the plant, it grows a little bit. It's then you gotta take it out of the little pot, put it in the bigger pot so it could keep growing. If you leave it in that little pot, it can only grow but so far. If you
Mm-hmm.
keep your partner so submerged in one space, they can only grow but so far, and your relationship can
Get
only
over
grow but
here.
so far.
That's good. That's so good. That is good, Mel. I was literally thinking along the lines of identity. Attachment insecurity in relationships is literally a dead giveaway that there is issues with identity. Because I know people, men and women, who literally become a copycat, or as my daughter would say, a copy and paste of who they're dating. Like
Yeah,
literally, they become who they're
yeah,
dating.
yeah.
So you have no identity of your own. So when you met this person, you were one way, but now all of a sudden you into to what's the thing? What's the word I'm looking for? Like the horoscopes and stuff. And
Yeah.
now you're all spirit led, and now you're
Mhm.
all like you wasn't like that six
I
months
had a
ago.
homegirl like that. It
And
was
you
like,
wasn't like that 6 months ago, but now that you're in this relationship and this is who this person is, so now all of a sudden you're that way, right?
mhm,
That is the biggest telltale sign that you have identity issues.
yeah,
And that attachment, like Mel said, can really become restricting in the relationship because now the person doesn't want to be around you at all. So now they're sitting in their car instead of coming in the house,
mm,
right? Or
mm,
they making excuses to stay out late at work or stay out late at the friend's house because they don't want to be around you.
yeah,
One, because you're suffocating, as Mel said, but you're also not interesting anymore because you've not allowed yourself to do anything outside of them. So you have nothing to talk about. You
okay,
can't talk about the women's conference you went to or the girls' trip you went on or anything because you have had no experiences. You
yeah,
all up under your man. Your
yeah,
identity is in who you're dating.
yeah,
You have no friends. To me, that is the worst thing to see a grown ass woman who has no friends because
yeah.
all she got is her man. Like,
Or you gotta talk, or it's like I have to talk to you all day now. It's like, well, like
healthy.
if we, especially if we live together. If we live together, if I talk to you all day while you gone, when you get home, what we gonna talk about?
Girl.
You done talk. I done been with you. I done been with you when you got in the car, when you went to the grocery store, when you got the groceries, when you went to the nail shop, when you left the nail shop, when you went to the gym. When you get home, what we finna talk about?
What we gonna talk about?
I know your whole day. I was with you on FaceTime. Like I watched it. What are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
That's
And it creates codependency.
mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
like that's it's hard because then without this other person, you have no idea what to do.
No idea.
You almost sick, ill
Mm-hmm.
if they're not around because you don't know how to function. Your
Mm-hmm.
whole, you know, anatomy and physiology and psychology is now warped around this person, their opinions, their wants, their needs, and then if they're not there for 30 seconds, you in a complete meltdown.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's so true. And then you isolate the people you did have in your life because it's like now you're so wrapped up in the relationship, you've neglected the relationships and the friendships you had outside of that romantic relationship, and then those people don't check out on you, and so now you mad.
Yeah.
And those people check out on you, and then your man can check out on you in the relationship because
Yeah.
he's just that tired of seeing you, being around you, you having nothing better to do but sit up
Yeah.
under him. I never agree. when I see women hanging out with their man and his friends. That to me is the most inappropriate situation. Now, if it's like 5, 10 minutes and she bringing them food or something at the house during the football game, that's different. But you out with them, girl, go get you some friends. Now, if they
Right.
got their women with them and they got their girls, that's different. But I'm talking six
Yeah.
dudes, your man and you,
Or
girl.
if it was something that happened, like you and your dude was out, and then his friends came, and
Right,
got it. But like your man or your woman,
right,
and I don't want to. We don't want to put it all on women like it's one sided. However, you definitely see it more with women. I don't usually see a dude out with his girl and her girlfriends.
right,
He's like, I don't want to go to the mall with y'all. Like, I don't want to go
right,
shoot shopping with y'all.
right.
But I mean, it can go either way. There are some men that are very, clingy and like gotta be everywhere. So I'm not
They exist.
excluding them.
Mm-hmm.
But we're more. I'm telling women, let's like give him some space. You don't have to be, and even let's back. We're gonna make it. Your man love football, and you don't like football on Sunday. That's not your thing. Cool. Make that man some sliders, get him some pizza and some beer, drop it off, and go to brunch. Like you sitting up underneath him and then mad because he's not talking to you or
Right.
not showing you attention or whatever.
Right.
And it's like either watch the game, and I guess I may have got an upper hand with my father being my father's only child. Because on Sunday, my father was like, "Listen, you my only child, and I love you. But if you're gonna come in this room, shut up." It was that. You can come in here and watch the game, but be quiet. Don't come in here asking a whole bunch of questions. Don't be trying to. When it go to commercial, you can ask me whatever you want.
Right.
When it come back,
Commercial. Right.
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 But it's just that. I mean, that's a funny small example, but it's like allow your man to have space to enjoy the things that he likes. And you don't have to like everything he likes.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yep.
If you like watching Married to Medicine and all them shows, cool. Don't force that man to have to watch them things if he don't want to.
Right.
Go in your room, watch it. He watch it. Y'all have your hour apart, and y'all come back and find something y'all like to watch together. Like, have your own sense of self.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you weren't like that before.
Right. That part.
Because you've now the things that attracted him to you now no longer exist. So then now you trickle back to some of the stuff we said earlier. Now you trickle back into
that part.
Now he might have cheated, or now and then it's like not something and not to excuse it, but you've now created a situation in your relationship that has made it uncomfortable.
Exactly.
So be mindful. Love, like, and it's not neglect. Like, don't feel like, oh, well, if I go out, my girlfriend, I'm neglecting him. Like, it's not. Have your own identity.
It's healthy.
I've heard from men that there's nothing more attractive than a woman that has her own stuff. Yeah. And not stuff meaning tangible, like financial, but just has her own life, her own goals, her own aspirations, her own visions, her own friend, her own things.
Yeah.
It's attractive.
Right.
Because now you have something that you can show him. You have things you can teach him and show him that he doesn't know or may not be used to. Mm-hmm. If y'all do the same thing together all the time, who's growing? Who's learning?
Who's growing? Exactly.
Nobody has nothing to teach the other person. So we stuck right here. Wherever we landed, that's where we're gonna be at for the next 50 years. Boring.
I'm out.
Gotta go.
I agree. Let that man miss you. But again, hear us out. Attachment in that way, because too much of anything is unhealthy, right? Too much time together becomes unhealthy. Like too much of anything becomes unhealthy. That imbalance causes chaos, right? So a lot of women don't realize that type of attachment is an insecurity. Mm-hmm. It's whether you don't want him scrolling on social media, so that's why you sit up under him. You know what I'm saying? To make sure he ain't on his phone, or, you're doing all of these things hoping to avoid something. But let me tell you something, ladies, you can't control nobody but you.
Mm.
So going through his phone or trying to keep him from being on his phone is not going to change his behavior. All it's going to do is confirm what your intuition has already told you about your man.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, this is why you need to be working on you so that you don't have those types of concerns and those insecurities. Now, like Mel said, if he's giving you a reason, then that's something that you need to address and discuss in the relationship. But sometimes we believe our own narratives. We
Mm.
make up these narratives in our mind, and then we start to act on them, forgetting that he wasn't in our head with us. So now we mad at him, and we're creating an argument, and we're creating tension, and it's all false narratives that we created in our minds based on assumptions because of that insecurity. So
Mm.
this is why it's important to communicate with your mate, really truly understand the bond and the relationship that you have. Because if there's reasons to be concerned, then you should be working on those. And as you're working on those, they will start to dissipate and be eliminated and alleviated. But if they're still present, all you're doing is creating more fruit and creating more stories in your head to perpetuate that. That's going to create the anxiety, that's going to create the fear, that's going to have you arguing and starting beefs with him. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, yeah, I went through his phone and he told me not to do that, and that, his last wife did that, and that was a turn off to him, and blah blah blah. And I said, well, let me ask you, what was it about him that made you want to go through his phone? Like, is he sneaky? Is he doing anything? She was like, yeah, I just had this feeling. I said, honey, that feeling is intuition. And to me, all it takes is for me to have the feeling, and I'm calling it on the table. I'm not going through your phone. You're a grown man. If I ever feel the need to go through your phone, I gotta leave the relationship. What I'm going to do is ask you, do I have something to be concerned about? Okay, stop ignoring that intuition and that discernment. But instead of doing the petty thing and the sneaky thing, do the grown woman thing and confront him.
Communication.
You should feel comfortable and safe enough to say, hey, do I got something to be concerned about? Do I
Right.
do I be worried because I have this feeling? And fellas, y'all need to be receptive of our feelings, because usually they're true.
Right.
Y'all know that's why y'all get all pissed and up in arms, because y'all know the feeling is real. Y'all know it's true. And don't be with a woman that has dreams. They be like, babe, I had a dream about your asses in trouble. Like, let's
You in trouble. It's going down.
she coming for you, and she coming for the barista at Starbucks, because we know that's who it is. So listen, ladies, don't go through his phone. Don't be all up under him. Just communicate. I'm having these feelings. I'm having this feeling of anxiety. Is it something we can talk about? Because if you have a mature man that cares about you, he'll be willing to talk about it. All right, so now we got one more topic, and then our gems, and we got to get out that way. It's already after 9. We're going to do better, y'all. We are. Maybe one. We'll do better. But we
We'll
want
try.
to give you all some encouragement. We don't like to just get on you and, address all the things we're not doing right. We want to talk about some of the things that we can do well and do better at. And so that is what we're calling reconnect and rebuild. So Mel, how can our gems who recognize some of these insecurities in their relationship that we outlined and highlighted at the start of the show, and even have talked and discussed throughout the show, what are some things they can do to focus on reconnecting with their partner and then rebuilding those areas that might be broken?
Well, first thing is communication. Like, communicate. You have to express if there are things that are bothering you, things that they're doing that are making you feel some type of way, things that you need that you're not getting. They're not, as much as we would want to believe that our partners can read our minds, they can't. Yes, if they know you well enough, they'll be able to pick up on certain things, but they're not going to be able to know your innermost thought and how you truly feel on the inside unless you express it to them. That is the first step to reconnecting and rebuilding, is communicating. Yeah. You have to let them know how you feel, how what they're doing makes you feel, how they have to know. Mm-hmm. Then move forward. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Forward. That we're not going back here. You cannot reconnect. Yeah. Going back, you got to move forward. You can't rebuild going backwards. If every time you put a brick up, somebody come by and take it out, your house will never get built. Mm-hmm. It won't. You have to keep moving. You have to keep adding. You have to keep putting in the nutrients, so to speak, to foster and grow your relationship.
Yeah.
And then heal individually and collectively.
Yeah.
Heal whatever things that may have stemmed before the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Start working on that. Start asking yourself questions. Is this person doing something to make me feel this way, or do I feel this way because of something that happened in my past?
Yeah.
Is this, start talking to you, communicate with yourself too, and not in the crazy way. Like, but talk to yourself. Ask yourself these questions, and then begin to heal those things that are causing you to have these codependency issues, these attachment issues, this revenge, this need for revenge. Um, Start doing that work. You have to. So communicate with each other, communicate with yourself, figure out the real root of the problem, and not just for you. Find out the root of the problem for your partner, because sometimes stuff that's happening to them or that they're doing may not necessarily have anything to do with you, but you've never stopped. Just like you want them to read your mind, you've never stopped to ask them what's going on, what's wrong, what's
Mm-hmm.
happening, what, what have you been through, what happened to you. Like, you're not asking these questions, and we're making assumptions about things without really getting to the root of the problem. So unfortunately, you cannot reconnect and rebuild if you don't dig up some soil. You got to dig it up, get to
Mm-hmm.
the root of what's really causing it, and then work on it from there.
Yeah. That's so good. And it's funny because Mel said a lot of what I had in my notes to say. So I had to like literally like, okay, what else can I share that won't be
Sorry.
redundant or repetitive? But just a few of the things I wanted to share in terms of rebuilding is first, give yourself time. I know we feel like, oh, the relationship got broke, or oh, there's insecurities and I got to fix them right away. No, give yourself some time. There is no like finish line, especially if this is someone you want to be with long term, that you want to grow with, that you want to stay married to or in this relationship with. Give it time, because we all know that healing takes time, right? And then allow yourself to feel how you're feeling while you're empathizing with how your mate feels, because sometimes we try to force ourselves past a feeling. Like, I don't want to feel upset, I don't want to feel angry, and so we have this like this, what's the word I'm looking for, like we have this faux happiness,
Yeah.
this false sense of happiness. Like, you not happy, sis. You hurting, and that's okay. It's okay to feel angry, to feel broken, to feel unhappy, to feel insecure.
Yeah.
It's okay to have those feelings because something happened in the relationship to prompt them. So
Mhm.
don't allow yourself to rush past how you feel. When you are ready, start dating again. Dating could really help you not just get past what broke, but remind you of why you're together in the first place. Like, go out on dates, do things in the house that are date like, or date night type things. Like, just try to bring that closeness, and not even talk about what broke the relationship or where the insecurity is. Just focus on each other. Like, just date. And then the last thing I wrote down is, give your mate and yourself credit for the growth that you see. If you see things are improving, say so. Because we'll talk about all the broken stuff, we'll talk about all the insecurity, we'll talk about all the devastating stuff, but we don't never give them credit when they're actually trying. If
Mhm.
you see him changing, say so. Like, babe, I really appreciate how you're checking in with me, letting me know that you're going to the gym versus coming straight home after work. That's making me feel a lot more secure knowing that you're safe. And not even because you got to keep tabs on the person, but sometimes we just care, right? You do give a damn about the person you with, right? You want to know they're safe. So give him credit. Like, I really appreciate you listening to how I feel and not making me feel wrong for being hurt about something that happened 6 months ago. Like, give that man credit for the things that he's doing. So
Mhm.
those are just a few of the things that I wanted to share, that weren't repetitive. Because, like I said, Mel and I are we be in each other's head. Because I swear, I was like, come on, let me scratch that off my list. Because
Yeah.
all right, Mel, let's get to here's a gem, and then we're gonna let the folks go. We're gonna give them back the rest of their night. We've been holding on to them all night. So, what's your gem?
Good people, good people. The key word here is in. IN. That means it's a part of something else. It's embedded in something,
Yeah.
whether it's in you or in the relationship
Yeah.
or in your partner.
Right.
It's embedded in that. So we need to, I encourage you, I should say, to get to the root of whatever it is that's bothering you, that's causing these feelings of insecurity. Get to the root of them, whether it's you, whether it's them, whatever it is. Ultimately determine whether or not it's something you can honestly work through. And if you can't, walk away. Because you will sit in that space forever until you make a decision. It's either you're going to move forward or you're going to move on. But those are the only two options, because sitting in the space and going back and forth is not going to help you become happy. It's not going to help you grow. It's not going to help you mature. It's not going to help you do anything but be stuck. And we ain't got time to be stuck.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Be happy, be healthy, heal.
That's good.
That
is good. Thank you, Mel. So, of course, the only thing I want to add to that, to all of my gems and gents, first of all, thank you so much for being with us tonight on another episode of Hustle and Shine. We so appreciate the love, the growth, and all the things that you are doing to help us expand our impact. But one thing I do want to share is if your relationship, like Mel said, is worth saving, have hope that you can. We don't realize how much our mindset plays a part in our actions and the manifestation of what we want. If you want your relationship to work, you cannot say, I don't think it's going to work. You have to change your self talk. You have to start adopting the attitude and the mindset that it's going to work because I want it to and because he wants it to. Now, of course, you can't will something for someone else. But if you both agree that you want to get rid of the insecurities in the relationship, you want to fix what was broken that may have caused the insecurity, then you have to believe that it can happen. You have to have hope. And like I said, you got to watch how you're talking to yourself. The other thing is shut the world out. Shut the world out. Social media, there's nothing healthy out there. I'm not saying all influencers are bad. There's some really great ones. But when you're going through something in your relationship, something that happened in their relationship may not be applicable. And sometimes it can convolute and create more destruction than help. So just cut the world off and focus on the two of you. And the last thing I want to say is let go of the expectations. If it works out, wonderful. If it doesn't, okay. But let go of any expectations, because you'll be so focused on the expectations and the outcome that those expectations will produce that you're missing the process. Stay present in the process as you work through things with your mate. So that is my gem for the night. Again, you heard it here. We hope something we said was helpful or at least made you laugh or made you think. And until next time, Mel.
Wait, we got to tell them, don't forget to like, share, comment. You always do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Open enrollment extended October 22nd.
Yes.
Come right with us. Yes. And on that note,
until next time, y'all remember to hustle
and shine.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Let's go.